Welcome back, students. I'm Rahul. Now in this video I'm going to discuss the dehydration of alcohol, that is dehydration of alcohol. Okay. Now dehydration alcohol means, in simple words we can understand this as a removal of water from the alcohol molecule. So for that I need alcohol here, like I take a particular example like ethanol, that is CH3 and CH2, and here we have a functional group, that is OH. Now this molecule is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid, that is concentrated H2SO4. The temperature should be maintained around 443 Kelvin. This should be the temperature, and here at these conditions there is elimination of water takes place, and forming here, that is CH2 double bond CH2 plus we get here H2O. This is known as a dehydration of alcohol. Let's understand this reaction with mechanism. So mechanism of dehydration of alcohol. It involves three steps. In that step one, in that the protonation of alcohol takes place. That is protonation of alcohol. So what we have here, we have a sulfuric acid, which is a strong acid, that is H2SO4, that dissociate completely and forming here H plus ion and HSO4 minus. This is the proton, and this is a conjugate base that we're going to use in the last step. So now I'm going to write the alcohol, that is CH2, but I will write hydrogen here. Then here is CH2 and here is OH. And the well-known thing about this molecule is that in this oxygen having two pair of electrons. Now I'm going to write the H plus ions here. Now oxygen having a lone pair of electrons on that, which can be donatable, and therefore the electrons on the oxygen get migrate towards this hydrogen, and we get the product is CH2, here is H, now CH2, and here it should be OH2. Okay, so one of the pair of electron is lost, therefore only one pair is left. The other pair is converted into positive charge. Okay, and this molecule is called here as protonated alcohols. Now go to the step number 2. Step number 2. In the step number 2, that is removal of water takes place and formation of carbocation takes place here. That I'm going to write here, formation of carbocation. Okay, so now I'm going to write the same molecule here, protonated alcohol, that is CH2, and here is H. Now here CH2, here we have OH2, one pair of electron on the oxygen, and along with the positive charge on the oxygen. Now you can notice here that between the oxygen and carbon there is a bonding electrons are present. Now these electrons get migrate towards this oxygen and forming a carbocation, that we get here CH2, here is H, now CH2, positive charge on the carbon, and along with that we get here the product, that is H2O. Okay, the formation of carbocation is a reversible reaction. This is a reversible reaction, you have to keep it in mind. Then move to the step number 3. What we have in the step number 3? Step 3. So here the elimination of proton takes place here. I just rewrite this carbocation once again. So that is CH2, here is one hydrogen, so better I will write a little bit below. This is CH2, here is H, single bond, CH2 plus sign. Now you can notice that in the beginning of the first step we have here HSO4 minus, that we're going to use in the last step, that is plus HSO4 minus. In some textbook they mentioned here H2O only take the proton, but I'm going to use here HSO4 minus. That is the correct method. So here this negative charge take this proton At the same time, the bonding electrons which exist between the hydrogen and carbon get migrate between the two carbons, and by that we get the product here. That is also a reversible reaction, and we get here CH2 double bond CH2, and along with that we get H2SO4. H2SO4. This is alkene, and this one is sulfuric acid, and it is regenerated here in this reaction. Therefore, it acts as a catalyst. Okay, so we have some more. You can say that the dehydrating agents. We can use some more different kind of dehydrating agents, like so that is dehydrating agents. Dehydrating agents. The first one is here. We can use here H3PO4, that is orthophosphoric acid. The second one we can use here anhydrous zinc chloride, and we can use also that is alumina. This is well known as Al2O3. Okay, so these are also the dehydrating agent we can use in the dehydration of alcohols. We'll see some examples of dehydration of alcohols, because this dehydration of alcohol depends upon the degree of the alcohols, the reactivity, order of reactivity. So in the step number 2, you just notice that in step 2 formation of carbocation takes place, and on that basis we can predict that so which degree of alcohol is more reactive. That is, tertiary carbocations are more stable than secondary is more stable than a primary. That is the stability of carbocations. So greater the stability, I'm going to write as a sentence, greater the stability, greater the reactivity. Okay, in that sense we can make that the tertiary alcohols are more reactive than a secondary are more reactive than a primary. This is order of reactivity. Reactivity means you can say that dehydration. So only in the simple words you can say that the tertiary alcohols easily undergo the dehydration as compared to primary. Now we'll take some examples here. That is isopropyl alcohol, that can be represented here as CH3. So it's isopropyl means at the second carbon we have OH group. This is isopropyl alcohol. Okay, so when you treat this molecule with 85% of phosphoric acid, there is H3PO4 around 440 Kelvin. So we get here the product, that is CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2, and we get here H2O. Okay, when we are going to use here tertiary alcohol, for example here CH3, and here is OH. Now you have to use the less concentrated phosphoric acid. You can use here 20% of H3PO4. The reason is this molecule readily convert into carbocation because it is a tertiary carbocation. If there is positive charge is present on this carbon, that positive charge is compensated or diminished by 3 electron donating group or alkyl groups, and by that I get the product here CH3 CH2. Here I go to a double bond, then CH3, and the temperature we can maintain around 358 Kelvin. You just notice here that in the first case we use very concentrated phosphoric acid at higher temperature, but at the tertiary alcohols we use less concentrated phosphoric acid and less temperature. It tells us that as the degree of the alcohol increases, the order of reactivity also increases. Okay, this is all about the dehydration of alcohol. Thank you for watching.